Hello, this is Doug Heath coming at you again with the Black Business Experience, the show for black businesses, about black businesses. Today we've got Mr. Kwanza Jenkins from Trax Training. Mr. Jenkins, tell us a little bit about Trax Training.
Well, Trax Training is a nonprofit for young men between the ages of 10 and 17. And what we do is we help those young men achieve their education and their personal goals.
How do you do that?
Well, we do that by allowing those young men to reach their educational goals by explaining the importance of going to school, staying in school, and then ultimately achieving a college education.
Well, Mr. Jenkins, that's great. I'm glad we got you on today because today, our black men or men of color, young men of color, are under assault today. So how would one get involved in Trax Training? How do you select your population?
Well, our young men come to us by various different ways. They can be referred by church organizations or basically anyone that has a knowledge of that need for that young man to be a part of our program.
So do they come through the juvenile justice system? Are they truants? Are they problem children? Do you accept everyone? I mean, how does that work?
We accept everyone. We have a waiting list, and individuals can sign up through our website. And what we do is we have a class size of 15 to 22 students at any given time.
Okay.
And then as it's a six-week program. And so once individuals get through the 6 weeks program, then we reach out to the waiting list and start a new program.
Awesome. Now, how does that curriculum? Is it a curriculum, a set curriculum that you design it yourself?
Yes, sir. It's a set curriculum, and what it's designed, there's courses such as Dollars and Cents, which is a financial management piece, and then we also have things like relationship building, building self-esteem, and then we also have some skills such as CPR and things that we teach the young men.
Okay. Now, when you talk about them getting in school, so are they in school or are they out of school? Is this a summer program or a school break program? Or is it during the school year?
It's an all through the year program.
Okay.
And we run it in segments. As of right now, we're running the summer program because the kids are out of school.
Okay.
And so once school commences back, then we'll actually have an after school program, which generally runs anywhere from 4 to 6 p.m.
Awesome. Now, how many people do you have in your staff at Trax Training?
We have a staff of 5 individuals, and those include myself and then facilitators that actually teach and deliver the course to the young men.
Wow, that's fascinating. Now, is that something that you started yourself?
Yes, sir. Trax Training started in October of 2014.
Oh, so it's new.
Yes, sir. We're very new to the area of San Antonio.
Okay.
And we received our 501c3 in April of 2015.
Oh my gosh, you're really new.
Yes, sir.
Now, they've got programs I saw, I think it's our President Obama, has a program called My Brother's Keeper, Brother's Helper, Brother's Keeper.
Yes,
okay. Sir. Is your program related to that in any way?
Well, we're an offshoot of that program. We have a lot of the same tenets and principles. And we're actually receiving funding for that program because we're catering to young men.
Awesome. Awesome. So at the end of it's a 6 weeks.
Yes, sir.
So at the end of the 6 weeks, what does a child look like? So if I'm a child and I go in there and I'm not doing my homework or my parents are having problems, so at the end of 6 weeks, what do I look like at the end of the 6 weeks?
Well, when you graduate the program, we call you a Trax young man.
Okay.
Because we have instilled those tenets of Trax. First of all, what we have is the young man is now dedicated to going to school. And they understand the importance of them going to school and staying in school. So we reduce truancy. They traditionally don't like to miss any type of school, but they have a newfound appreciation for what they're learning in school.
How do you do that? So is it every day for 6 weeks, once a week?
Yes, sir. We meet with them every day for about an hour. And what we do is we have the young men concentrate on a particular subject while they're going through.
Okay. Wow, that's phenomenal. That's a lot of work.
Yes, sir.
And so what's your success rate?
Our success rate is we're averaging about 85% of the young men continue with the program. We've seen an increase in their school participation, attendance, and also with their grades, about 10 points.
Wow. So you're tracking grades, you're tracking attendance, any behavioral tracking, like, are any of them drug users or anything like that?
Well, no, we haven't found any drug users yet.
Not that you know of.
Not that we know of. But their behavior definitely improves because we have tenets that they have to observe.
Now, what are those tenets? You mentioned it a couple times about the tenets.
Yes,
what
sir.
are the tenets?
Yes, sir. First of all, it begins with respect. The young men have to respect themselves, and they have to respect those of authority, such as their teachers, the facilitators, so forth and so on.
Okay.
And so once we establish that foundation for them to base everything off of respect, then we start to build relationships with them. And so when that relationship building is what we talk to them about is making sure that they understand the importance of communicating and how to deal with conflict. And we found that once we help them with conflict, a lot of the issues that they have in school, they no longer have.
That is fascinating because, I mean, there are just so many groups and barriers and programs that have tried to help our young men that have not been successful. You've got 85% success rate. That is phenomenal. That is fascinating. And congratulations on it. I mean, you are to be commended. Real quick, what's your background?
Well, my background is I have a master's degree in public administration.
Okay.
I started out in education, and that's how the program came about, was that I was doing an assignment, and I had to do some research on young men and the effects that the school was teaching them.
Yes,
and
sir.
so I found out that a lot of young men are having problems, and they lag behind girls. And so I started doing some research, and I found that as San Antonio, as being the 7th largest city in the United States,
Yes,
there
sir.
wasn't a program dedicated specifically to young men. So I started to do some additional research, and I found out that I had a passion for, first of all, kids, but also to giving back. And so that's how TRAX was created.
Very good. Thank you so much. Now, if I wanted to, so TRAX is a 501c3.
Yes, sir.
And are your workers, are they volunteers? Are they paid staff?
All of our workers are volunteers from the local community, as well as our mentors and facilitators.
So are you constantly looking for volunteers and staff?
Yes, sir. We're always looking for mentors, volunteers, facilitators, and just people that can interact and have
Awesome.
a positive experience with
Funding? Do you got? So I noticed you said you got money from the federal government. Do you take local donors and those kind of things?
Yes, sir. We always take donations. Always open for donations.
All right. I wanted to make sure we got that in. So if I wanted to get a hold of you, how do I do that? If I wanted to become a donor, become a mentor, become a volunteer, how do we do that?
Well, you can, first of all, you can go to our website and just click on the link there, donate. That goes directly to us here. And if you wanted to contact us directly, you can contact us at 210-367-8229.
210-367-8229.
Yes, sir.
And what's that website address one more time, please?
Is www.traxtraining.org.
Phenomenal. Kwanza Jenkins, TRAX training, mentoring young men, doing things that makes a difference. This is Doug Heath from Black Business Experience. I want to thank you once again, Mr. Jenkins.
Thanks, sir.
And remember, if you're not making dollars, you're not making sense, and we all want to make sense. See you next time.